Hello dear students, this is your physics sir and welcome back to our YouTube channel Physics with Jagan sir, and today we are going to discuss projectile motion. And here first one is, suppose if an object is starts its journey and traveling like this by making an angle theta, and it is traveling on x-axis some displacement, on y-axis it is changing its coordinates, that is simultaneously both x-axis value is varying for the object and y-axis value is also varying for the object. Then we can say that the object is in projectile motion. This is what is the projectile motion, first point. And second point, see here, first of all, how can I find time of flight? Time of flight, that is time taken by the object to reach from initial location to final location. First one is time of flight. Here, suppose object starts its journey and this is y-axis, this is x-axis, right? Now object is falling like this. Now, the most important point is here displacement of object on y-axis is equals to see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us assume like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initially at 0 on y-axis and finally it reaches again this point, that means this is again on y. So displacement of object on y-axis is 0. Now this is making an angle theta. Initial velocity, let us assume u. This u will have two components, u cos theta and u sin theta, u cos theta and u sin theta, right? Now this will be ux, this will be uy, initial velocity on y-axis. Now for finding time of flight, for finding time of flight, time of flight, here I am using s by displacement on y-axis is equals to initial velocity on y-axis plus half acceleration on y-axis t square, and the displacement on y-axis I have shown you as 0. Initial velocity on y-axis is u sin theta into t plus half minus j t square, right? Then this will give t is equals to 2u sin theta by g, 2u sin theta by g. This is what is time taken for the object to move from initial location to final location, that is from here to here. Now let us see a special case, let us see a special case. Now for complementary angle, complementary angle, complementary angle means, see, suppose it is theta, it is theta, and the time taken for this case is 2u sin theta by g. Now its complementary angle means, here theta, instead of theta we are writing 90 minus theta, 90 minus theta. This will give time taken as time is 2u sin 90 minus theta by g, right? Then t2 2u sin 90 minus theta is equals to cos theta by g. Now t1 by t2 is equals to 2u sin theta by j into g by 2u cos theta. So these two will get cancelled. This will gives us tan theta as the answer. Tan theta is the answer, right? I hope I am very clear from my side. Then third important point here in time of flight, third important point, suppose it is doing projectile motion like this, projectile motion like this, and here this is the location, height h, height h, and time taken to reach from here to here is t1, Time taken to reach from here to here is t2. Let us assume t2. And total time of flight is equals to t1 plus t2 is equals to 2u sine theta by g. Can I write like this? 2u sine theta by g. Now, from this equation, u sine theta value becomes g of t1 plus t2 by 2. G of t1 plus t2 by u, 2. Right? Let it be equation number 1, suppose. And by using this y is equals to u by t plus half a by t square, when let us assume this location as P, when object at point P, when object is at point P, right? Now I can write it as H, because object is moving in the upward direction. So displacement on the y-axis is H, right? So I am keeping positive H. Then H is equals to uy means initial velocity on y-axis, u sine theta, because if it is u, this will be u cos theta, right? Then u sine theta t plus half minus g t1 square. Let us assume time taken to reach from here is t1, as we were discussing, right? Let us substitute u sine theta value here. H is equals to u sine theta means g t1 t2 by 2 t1 minus half g t1 square, right? Then this will be half g t1 square, half g t1 t2 minus half g t1 square, and this will get cancelled. Then h is equals to half g t1 t2. Then this is the relation between time of flight, time, and having a particular displacement on y-axis, some particular displacement on y-axis. So this is the relation between y-axis value and time value, and this is one of the most important relation. Clear? Then next one, let us go for the second concept. Second concept is maximum height. Now maximum height, right? Maximum height is, suppose object starts its journey from here, and it is reaching this location, and it will attain maximum height at this point. Obviously, when object is at this point, it will have velocity u, initial velocity, and if it is theta means this will be u cos theta, and this will be u sin theta, right? Now here you can observe that it is having velocity v, and this will be making an angle. Let us assume alpha, v cos alpha, v sin alpha, and understand one most important point is alpha is obviously less than theta. Alpha is obviously less than theta, and at topmost point there will be no angle, right? Then at this point velocity on y-axis is equals to 0. Velocity on y-axis is 0, and velocity on x-axis will be equals to u cos theta, because see, this component will remains present, u cos theta, but there will be no y component here, because exactly it is parallelly traveling with respect to x-axis. When object is at the topmost point, obviously it should travel parallel to the x-axis at the topmost point, so it does not contain any y-axis velocity component at topmost point. Then this is the maximum height. Now by using vy square uy square 2ay sy, by using this concept, this formula, this is 0, uy is the u sin theta square 2 minus g, sy is equals to h maximum, right? Then h max is equals to u square sin square theta by 2g. This is the maximum height condition. Now, secondary case, let us take its complementary, that is 90 minus theta, and let us assume this is h1, this is h1, then h max for second case for complementary angle or complementary angle, right? Now u square sine square 90 minus theta by 2g. This gives us u square cos square theta by 2g, because sine 90 minus theta is equals to cos theta, right? Then h max for the first case divided by h max for the second case is equals to u square sine square theta by 2g 2g by u square cos square theta, which is equals to tan square theta, because these are getting cancelled, and this is h1 by h2 in max, the ratio of original angle and its a complementary angle ratio. Clear? This is the second case. Now let us go for the third case of the maximum height. What the angle at which it gives maximum value, right? That is h max is equals to u square sine square theta by 2g, and sine value will be maximum at theta is 90 degrees. Sine value maximum at theta equals to 90 degrees. Therefore, h max value is equals to u square sine square 90 by 2g. So, h max is equals to u square by 2g. Clear? U square by 2g. This is the third case of the maximum height. Then, third concept here is horizontal range. Horizontal range. Horizontal range. Now, horizontal range means the maximum distance traveled by the object about x-axis. That is, see here, object starts its journey here and falling at this location, and this is range. Range. Range means maximum displacement traveled in the x-axis, right? Now, by how can we find that one? By using Sx is equals to uxt plus half axt square. Sx is equals to uxt plus half axt square. Now, Sx is the range and ux is the, if initial velocity u making an angle theta, this will be u cos theta, which is acting as the initial velocity on the x-axis, which is ux. So ux becomes u cos theta, and time of flight from here to here is 2u sin theta by g half, and until and unless they are mentioning in the question itself there is an acceleration about x-axis, we can consider that, but in the concept there will be no acceleration on the x-axis. So acceleration on x-axis is 0, so this will be 0 t square. Then this will gives us Sx is equals to 2 u square sin theta cos theta by g, right? Now this we can write as range as, we know 2 sin theta cos theta in trigonometry as sin 2 theta, then this will be equals to u square sin 2 theta by g. This is the range value. This is the range value. And the next and most important point is its complementary angle. Let us consider for R1 as u square sin 2 theta by g, and its complementary angle, for complementary angle this becomes 90 minus theta, That means theta is turned into 90 minus theta, right? For complementary angle, for complementary angle, for complementary angle, right? R2 is equals to u square sine 2 90 minus theta by g, right? Then this will be u square sine 180 minus 2 theta by g. Sine 180 minus 2 theta becomes sine 2 theta only, sine 2 theta only. So this becomes again u square sine 2 theta by g. So if I take r1 by r2 as u square sine 2 theta by g into g by u square sine 2 theta, right? And here these are getting cancelled clearly. So r1 by r2 is equals to 1. R1 by r2 is equals to 1. And we found that maximum height condition at theta is 90 degrees. Similarly, we can also find maximum height, sorry, maximum range will be happens at what angle, right? Now finding angle for maximum range, maximum range. See, for that purpose, I am taking dr by dt is equals to 0. This is a maxima condition, right? Now, d by dt of u square sine 2 theta by g is equals to 0, right? Then d by d theta of sine 2 theta is equals to 0, is equals to 0. Then next, this will be cos 2 theta by 2, okay, right? Then this will be 0, right? Then this will happens d by d theta of 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to 0. Then d by d theta of sin theta cos theta is equals to 0. Then sin theta d by d theta of cos theta minus plus cos theta d by d theta of sin theta is equals to 0, right? Then sin theta minus sin theta plus cos theta is equals to 0. Then minus sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 0, right? Then sin square theta is equals to cos square theta, and this will happens when theta is equals to 45 degrees. This will happens, sin square theta plus cos square theta will happens when theta is equals to 45 degrees, right? Now next point is maximum range value, range value r max is equals to u square sin 2 theta by g. Then here theta is 45 degrees, 45 degrees. So I can write as r max value as u square sin 245 by g. Then r max value is equals to u square sin 90 by g. Therefore r max value is equals to u square by g. Clear? U square by g. This is what is the maximum range of the projectile motion value. Now next point is, yet theta is equals to 45 degrees, maximum height, maximum height is equals to h max is equals to u square sin square 45 by g, right? Because u square sin square theta by 2g, 2g, right? Now u square by 2g 1 by root 2 square and this will gives us u square by 4g, u square by 4g, and if I multiply 2 and 2, this will gives 2u square by 8g, 2u square by 8g, and we know that u square by g as r maximum. So okay, no problem, 1 by 4 u square by g is r maximum, and this is h maximum, right? This is at theta is equals to 45 degrees, that is maximum range condition, the relation between height maximum and range maximum condition. Clear? Then next one is, right, we had completed writing complementary angle, finding range value, finding maximum range value, and do we need to discuss anything else? H maximum, R maximum. Do we need to discuss anything else? Right. Chalo. And this is what is theory for the projectile motion. And today itself, I will try to do one more video for problems on projectile motion. Actually, I have problems also, but lack of time, I could not discuss right now. And we will discuss problems at after some time. And if you are having any doubts, you can comment me in our YouTube comment box. And if you require any extra material also, you can let me know. And for daily practice sheets and weekend examination papers, you can follow me in our Telegram channel, Physics with Jagan sir. Right? Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye. Chalo, let us see some numericals on projectile motion. Number one, first numerical problem on projectile motion is, at what point on a projectile's trajectory its speed is minimum. See here, when the object is in projectile motion, it starts its journey and moving like this, and initially it is possessed certain amount of velocity u, and there is no acceleration on x-axis, and only acceleration due to gravity is acting in the downward direction minus g. No other accelerations are existing. Then next point is, see here, suppose it is coming here, it attains a velocity. This velocity will be comparatively less than velocity u, and if it is coming here, this velocity b dash is comparatively less than v, and at the topmost point it would attain a velocity v double dash, which is equals to u cos theta only, and this is the minimum velocity when object is in projectile motion, right? Then next one, see here, second part of the question is, if a stone is thrown with a speed of v naught, second part of the question is, if a stone is thrown with a speed of v naught, that means here v naught at an angle theta naught, with the horizontal, find the velocity of the stone when its line of motion makes an angle theta with the horizontal. That means when it is making an angle theta, it should possess certain amount of velocity v, and they are asking us to find what will be the velocity of the stone when when its line of motion makes an angle theta. They are asking what will be the velocity at this condition, right? Here it should possess vx on x-axis, vy on the y-axis. Am I right? Right. Suppose velocity, let us consider it is point p. Velocity on x-axis at point p, velocity on x-axis at point p, then Vx is equals to ux plus ax t, and ux value is here v naught cos theta naught. So this will be v naught cos theta naught plus 0 into t, because as I told you, until and unless they are representing any acceleration on the x-axis, we does not consider any acceleration on the x-axis. So this will be 0. Next, vx, this will be v naught cos theta naught. This is the velocity on x-axis. And the next point is velocity on y-axis. Vy is equals to uy plus a by t. Now, uy is v naught sine theta minus gt. This is the vy value. Vy value, right? So, velocity at we can write velocity as vxi plus v by j, which is equals to v naught cos theta I plus v naught sin theta minus gt j. And simultaneously in the question they mentioned that at point P velocity is making an angle theta. So this will be v cos theta I plus v sin theta j. Here you need to do a small modification. They represented this as theta naught actually. I forgot representing theta naught, right? Now, by equating both sides, by equating x component then on both sides, then v cos theta is equals to v naught cos theta naught. So the magnitude of velocity at point P is equals to here v naught cos theta naught by cos theta. This is the velocity at point P. That means where velocity vector is making an angle theta, right? Then let us go for the second question. And this is a conceptual question. For your clarity, I am discussing this question. This question says a batsman hits a ball at an angle of 30 degrees. See here, a batsman hits a ball at an angle of 30 degrees, right, with the initial speed of 30 meter per second, assuming that the ball travels in a vertical plane like this. It is traveling like this. The time at which the ball reaches the highest point, this is the highest point. And keep one point in your mind, time taken by the ball to reach from this point to this point is equals to the time taken to reach from this point to this point. So we know total time of flight is equals to 2u sine theta by g, right? So T1 is, this is T2, that means this is equals to T1 plus T2, and we know that T1 is equals to T2. So can I say T1 is equals to u sine theta by g, right? Then u value is here 30 sine 30 degrees by g value I am considering as 10. Clear? Then this will be 3 1 by 2, which is equals to 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds. This is the answer for A bit. Now they are asking us to find maximum height reached. So second part of the question is maximum height. Here height maximum relation is u square sine square theta by 2g, right? That means u value is 30 square sine square 30 by 2 into 10, which is equals to 900 by 20 1 by 2 whole square. This gives us 45. Chalo, give me fraction of seconds time because it is rotating now again. Just give me some time. I will calculate. Right, it is clear now. Then this will be 45. That means 45 by 4 meters. This is the maximum height, right? Then the third question is the horizontal range of the ball. The third question they are asking is what is the horizontal range? Range value is how much? The formula for the range is equals to R is equals to U square sine 2 theta by G. So R is equals to U square. U value is 30 square sine 2 into 30 by 10, which is equals to 900 by 10 sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2, which is equals to 45 root 3 meters. This is C bit answer. And fourth one is the time for which the ball is in air. So that is time of flight they are asking. We know T1 value is 1.5 seconds, and obviously T1 is equals to T2 means 1.5 seconds. Total time is equals to T1 plus T2, which is equals to 3 seconds. Which is equals to 3 seconds. Clear? Right. Then let us go for the third question. Third question. A bullet with muzzle velocity, right? See here, this is the question. Of course, the font size is too small, but you can zoom it first because I could not arrange more than this. I am trying trying a lot to give you big font size, but from the next class I will try to give you again. Now the question is, suppose according to the given diagram, chalo, no problem, they are representing like this means let me represent the same. Right now the bullet with a muzzle velocity of 100 meter per second, that means it is having its velocity 100 meter per second at this place, right, is to be shot at a range of 30 meters. That means this is equals to 30 meters. It is falling at this point away in the same horizontal line. Now, how high above the target must the rifle be aimed so that the bullet will hit the target? That means here, sorry, here how high it should be targeting so that this will fall at this location. They are asking how much will be the height value it should place. The rifle has to be placed. Right now, let us first of all find theta value. Theta value. Now, by using these are the some logical problems, some critical and logical problems. Tries to analyze how much you are understanding the subject. Okay, the thing is how they are not asking the formulas. For asking formula type problem, we were already discussed just now before this question. But here we need to analyze the situation and we have to move forward appropriately. Right now, by using range is equal to u square sine 2 theta by g, and here r is equals to 30 and u value is given as 100. So 10 to the power of 4, 100 square means 10 to the power of 4, and sine 2 theta which we are going to find, and g value as 10. Now next one is, see here, 300 10 to the power of 4 sine 2 theta, then sine 2 theta is equals to 3 by 100, or sine 2 theta is equals to 0.03, and here 0.03 is very small angle, for that small angle I am considering sine 2 theta to be equals to just 2 theta. Therefore, can I say 2 theta is equals to 0.03, then theta is equals to 0.015 radians. 15 radians. Now, after completion of this, let us go back to our problem. The thing is, here they are asking us to find this height. So can I say tan theta is equals to height which we required h by 30. Now tan theta, that means similarly for small angle tan theta is also equals to theta. Therefore 0.015 is equals to h by 30 meters. Given this is 30 meters. Now h is equals to 30 into 0.015 into 100 in terms of centimeters I am writing. I am converting meters into centimeters. Now h is equals to 45 centimeters. This is what the question is asking. Now next one, fourth question. See here, these are the logical and critical questions. Next one is fourth question, and the fourth question is, suppose here the figure shows two positions A and B. This is the position A, this is the position B, at the same height h. This is the height h, this is the height h, right, above the ground. If the maximum height of the projectile is capital H, that is, this is capital H, then determine the time t lapsed when the position A and B in terms of lapsed between the positions A and B in terms of H and H, right? They are asking us to find time taken to travel from here to here. How much is the time taken? That the answer should be in terms of capital H and small h. Clear? Now the situation is by using, again it is a critical and logical question, again and again I am saying, and here my intention is to make you to be comfortable. That's why I'm along with the concepts I am discussing numericals also. This will really help you a lot in your entrance examinations. It's my promise, right? Then by using t is equals to 2u sin theta by g, 2u sin theta by g. Here can I say t square is equals to 4u square sin square theta by g, right? And here I am multiplying with 2 and 2. This gives us 8 u square sin square theta by 2g, right? 8 u square sin square theta by 2g, right? And we know height maximum is equals to u square sin square theta by 2g. So can I say here t square is equals to 8h max, 8h max, right? Now similarly here, if it is h max and this is h, and this length will be h max minus h, right? Now t square is the total time relates with the h max. Can I say time taken from here to here as t, similar to this equation, t square 8 h, sorry, right? Okay, now instead of h max, for this displacement this will be h max minus h. So the required time value is under root of 8 of h max minus h. This is the required answer. And see, directly they would never ask any question by using just substitute in the known formula and get the result. These type of questions are very basic questions. 99% they would not ask. Still I discussed it as the second question for your clarity on the concept. And the remaining three questions which we were covered are logical, little bit critical, and most important questions. Try to practice, try to follow my classes regularly. That will definitely fetch you a lot of knowledge for your examination. And within 9 months I am going to complete the whole syllabus for your examination. So by the next year your examination, you will be definitely attain lot of knowledge from my classes. I hope you can understand this, and you can follow my telegram channel for daily practice sheets and weekend examination papers. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.